Howdy. All right, so I was reading some stuff about marketing or whatever, and my intent was to begin with the squeeze page, start building lists, which is totally important. Something that I haven't really done. I've been focused on the dollars, making the money, which for any one of us that are in the situation where we need money or whether we want to get out of our day job or what have you, the money is important. However, building the foundation in the business is much more important, because that money will not be sustainable if that structure and that foundation is not there. So I was kind of thinking about that, and then I got reading about and listening to some videos, and the recommendation of the one gentleman was to start with your back end. And I never really thought about that before. So now typically the back end is through some, you've already gained some relationship with your list. You've already garnered some respect from them. And so then you start upselling them to higher and higher, more successively higher programs and products and solutions to help them in their need, whatever focus you have in your business. So, while I'm trying to focus on the front end, right, the little, basically, if you will, what's been termed the self-paying promotion, or it's your loss leader. It's basically that product that you sell that pays for your marketing in order to get a customer, and the customer is your list, and then it's to that customer, that list, that you then go and sell your larger priced items, which is your real income. That's the real income. That's your back end, right? So you got your front end lead generation systems, you got your front end small products just in order to get the customer. You're not looking for a huge return. At the very least, you're looking to break even on your front end so that you can upsell them later on the back end to make money. Well, his recommendation was to start with your back end. So build your back end product. Build that product that you are trying to eventually get your customer up into paying. So you're talking, $497, $500, $600, $700, whatever. You're talking from $500 on up of a price point. A huge amount of money, really. With the small thinking, when you're thinking of the small change that's at the beginning of the business. But here's the brilliance of that occurred to me. If you build out your back-end product, and you've got all of the value there that you really need to pack into it, you actually create that product and put it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out there and offer a very healthy commission and an affiliate program. And so I'm going to go ahead, and after I build that and I get the payment processor working out and I test it, build my pages and all that sort of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and submit that to the network and start promoting that affiliate program. I may get some sales later on, but here's the crux of the matter. Here's the idea here that I think is brilliant. I've created the large, big thump package, the big back-end product, so I can take and splinter that and have offshoots from that big package to make my smaller lead generation. So basically, in a sense, what I've done by creating the back-end product, or by creating the back-end product, is that I've created for myself that block of information and that block of content that I can then use to repurpose and scale down and splinter off into the varied lead generation systems. I can splinter off content off of there from from that main package, I can splinter that off and create my funnel, my traffic funnels, which whatever it is, maybe it's a PDF that leads to a free offer, which then leads to my upsell, or if it's an article that I go ahead and double back and I do an article, and then I point the article to the free PDF, and then the PDF points to, I'm creating these traffic funnels that lead ultimately to my list, and then ultimately for my back end. So by creating that back end product, I have already created everything else in a sense. And then what is left to do is to scale, to splinter off, and to just write and get those other pieces of content out there that all point ultimately to that end. And in that stance, what I then do is I'm able to calculate my return on investment based on those numbers. So if I know I'm selling a certain number of those based on the traffic that I'm getting, maybe at this point I've already started to get some affiliate sales in, so that way I have some metrics. I'm like, all right, so based on my present offer, perish the thought, say I'm getting 1% conversion rate on that main offer, right? Well, so then I know if I send X amount of people, every 100 people I send on a 1%, I'm going to get one sell off of it. So basically, long story short, I'll be able to start reverse engineering my process and figuring out how many eyeballs I really need to get to my offers in order to get that back end working. That's it.